Hi, my name is Lindsay Potts, and this is my capstone talk titled Harmless Viruses Not So Harmless After All. When we think of viruses, we think of pandemics, fevers, coughs, chaos. But not all viruses cause obvious disease. In fact, many live inside us quietly, causing no symptoms at all. And so we call them harmless. But here's the thing, just because a virus doesn't make you sick today, doesn't mean it's not changing your biology forever. And here's what might surprise you most. Viruses don't just live in us, they outnumber us. They outnumber human cells, and they even outnumber the bacteria in our microbiome 10 to 1. We are absolutely teeming with viruses. And today, I want to talk about how the human virome affects us. Because the truth is, they may be silently reshaping both our risks and our future. Besides any current infections that the body may be fighting off, the viruses that make up the virome include latent infections, meaning a past infection that is now lying dormant, viruses we have deemed not to make us sick, such as AAVs, and bacteriophages, viruses that infect bacteria. Start with the ones that lie in wait, latent infections. The Epstein-Barr virus is one of the most common human viruses on Earth. Most of us get infected in childhood and then carry it for life. But this virus also just doesn't sit quietly. It can reshape the immune system. Studies have linked EBV to autoimmune disorders like MS and even some types of lymphoma through viral and host microRNA interactions. We used to think these viruses just hid in our cells, but now we're learning that they may be reprogramming our biology while they're there. Next, the adeno-associated virus, or AAV, a favorite in gene therapy. It's often called safe and non-pathogenic, but research is revealing a more complex story. These vectors can integrate into the genome, alter gene expression, and in rare cases contribute to oncogenic processes. They're powerful tools, but tools that still have sharp edges. And then there are bacteriophages, viruses that infect bacteria, not us. Harmless, right? Well, not exactly. Phages can alter the microbial ecosystem in profound ways. They drive bacterial evolution, influence which species survive, and even transfer antibiotic resistance genes. In the gut, they can modulate immunity and inflammation. They don't infect our cells directly, but they change the very organisms that we depend on. But these same viruses that pose hidden risks might also hold incredible promise for the future. Let's go back to bacteriophages. They're now being used in phage therapy to treat drug-resistant infections successfully. In some cases, phages have saved patients where antibiotics have failed. They can be engineered to target specific bacteria, offering precision medicine against superbugs. Then there's AAVs. Yes, the ones with risks, but also the vectors that have restored sight, treated muscular dystrophy, and are now enabling personalized gene therapies. Like a Rubik's Cube, as one group of researchers put it, they're complex but full of possibilities. And finally, latent herpes viruses, especially HSV1. Recent work done at UF suggests that reactivation of HSV1 in the brain may trigger Alzheimer's-like changes, including tau pathology and chromatin disruption. If these findings hold up, it opens the door to vaccines or antiviral therapies that could prevent neurodegeneration before it starts. In other words, a virus we've tolerated for generations might be one of the root causes of one of our greatest fears. Are these viruses harmless? Clearly not, but maybe that's the wrong question. The real question is this: what if the same invisible forces that threaten us also hold the power to heal us? Because in the shadows of our virome, we might not just find risk, we might find revolutionary tools. And if herpes viruses really do play a role in dementia and Alzheimer's, then understanding them may not just help us live longer, it may help us remember why we're fighting in the first place. Thank you, and here are my references.